actually take this little binder. It's called the Angels package. And so I have this with me, and it's all little organized binders. I have my Just Do It forms. This little package has all my Sorry I Missed Yous.
Hey!
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the most wonderful real estate podcast ever. I'm your host, Dwan Bent-Twyford, America's most sought after real estate investor. And I am just so excited that you are here with me today. I have a lot to cover. I'm going to show you all this stuff that I take with me when I'm out and I'm talking to people and door knocking. I'm going to show you my whole package, everything that I use. First of all, this is the most wonderful real estate podcast ever. My name is Dwan Bent-Twyford. I'm America's most sought after real estate investor. And our motto here at Dwanderful is people before profits. So if that is something that resonates with you, you're at the right place, it's the right time, and I'm your girl. If you'll go to my website, Dwanderful, Dwanderful, Dwanderful.com, and opt in, I have a free, it's actually a training program. It's called the Top 7 Real Estate Investing Strategies for Today's New Market. It's 200 pages. It's free for you, free. And you get my other free ebook about Flip Your Way to a Fortune. So go get those. You got no business not having those on your computer and reading them and being a part of what I got going on. And our motto, like I said, people before profits. And before I start every podcast, I just like to take a minute and have a quick check-in and just see, like, how are you? How are you? Are you doing all right? You all right? Well, it's the spring. The daylight savings is kicked in. We can be out and about on the streets a little bit later than normal, which I love. And the warm weather is here. So I like to start off every show just having drinks with Dwan. So grab whatever you got nearby. And if you're a regular, you know to always have something. I'm on water. So cheers. Thank you for being with me today. And take a deep breath. Oh, I almost lost my papers. Shake up all the crap you got going on, because we've all got crap. Everybody's got some. Shake it all off and just tune in and have fun with me. Now today, I'm going to show you all the stuff I take. So when I go out, so this is the list. These are how the foreclosures print here. So you type in the county, it has the person's name. It has whether there's a open foreclosure or not. It's got their address, has their zip code. It tells what they owe. And it has the day that the foreclosure was filed and the day of the foreclosure sale. So this one's all written on because I've used it, but like this is what it looks like. So they print out like that. So there's, I don't know, this one's probably got 30-ish on the page. So we print these out and we print them out by zip code. So what we do is we'll go to this zip code or that zip code, the other zip code. But like, you know, for example, this one will say like sale date was filed on in September and the sale date is March. So it tells you when it was filed, what it is, and it does tell you what is owed. Now, normally that's what's owed against the entire property, but sometimes it could be a second mortgage that's foreclosing. So you might see some crazy little small number. You're like, how's that possible? But typically, like these are houses that were over in Aurora. Here's one they owed $91,000, $122, $223, and trust me, we bought a couple of these because that's 50% of the value. Some of them $500, $345, $366. 176, 555, 84,000, 139,000, 90,000. So we don't really care what they owe. We go to all of them because most of these are first mortgages though, because this is an older neighborhood. And so like, here's more. This one they owe now this is like a $500,000 neighborhood. They owe 240, 195, 256, 176, 453, 100,000, 161, 495, 97, 87, 137. So when I tell you that there are people out there that have equity, right here it is, proof. They have equity. Now, when I go up, I'm going to go talk to the people. I have my little clipboard. I know it's really old school, but I like having my clipboard. And I have their paper right here that has their name on it. And I say, hey, my name is Dwan. I see you have a pending problem with your property. So I point right to it. You have a pending problem with your property. I specialize in helping folks like you buy time to stay in their house. I was wondering which of these options you're using to buy time to stay in your house. Now, this is my Fed Up program, Fed Up with foreclosures, Fed Up with your situation, 10 options to buy time to stay in your home. I've gone through these. If you look back at my titles of podcasts, I've gone through all 10 options in detail, and you can also purchase the Fed Up program. It comes with the program. It comes with 3 training CDs, how to learn and utilize this, and this becomes your conversation. It's a great program, and it's got all the documents. It's just got all kinds of stuff in it. It's a great program. So check it out. I don't know if it's on the website or not, but check it out and see if it is. I'm trying to get all my programs up on my website. So I'm like, hey, I see, you have a pending problem with your property. Specialize in helping folks like you buy time to stay in the home. I was wondering, which of these options are you using? Now, as soon as you put this in front of somebody, they're going to look at it and they're going to say the first one, loan modification. And they'll say, oh, I'm trying to do. And the second one is forbearance. The reason I have them in that order is because those are usually the 2 things that the people are doing. And they'll say, oh, yeah, no, I'm working on a loan, working on forbearance. I'm like, oh my God, good for you. I'm using my scripts. Good for you. I'm glad to hear that. How's it going? Have you gotten the paper submitted? Again, learning the scripts. Have you gotten all your papers submitted? Did you get approved? Are you on your payment plan yet? How many payments have you made? 1 payment, 2 payment, 3 payments. And then I'll say if they're like, I met someone just the other day. She says, well, I haven't made a payment yet. My first payment is April 1st. So I said, so you have to make a payment April, May, and June. And you have to make all 3. And if you miss a payment, then the bank could take your house pretty quickly because you are in foreclosure. You have a set sale date. And what the bank does is they move the sale date every month. So if they miss a payment, they can go ahead and snap up the house. And so I always tell them, I get their phone number and I write it down. And I say, hey, I'm going to go ahead. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to follow up with you for the next 3 months. And make sure that you made all 3 of your payments. If anything at all happens and you can't make a payment, I need you to let me know so I can try to step in and try to help you out, because that's what we do. We are not looking to buy your house. We're looking to help you stay in your home. But if it becomes apparent that you cannot stay in your home, then we will certainly step in and buy it. So our first goal is to help you stay there. And they're always like, oh my God, you're so great. That's so wonderful. Everybody's been coming by wanting to buy my house and offering me $500 to move out. And blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're the only people that offered to help me. Because again, I want to help people first. Because if you help all the people, deals will come to you, because by doing good, good things will come back. Now, when they're not home, we live this. It says right here, it says, sorry, I missed you. And this looks like a parcel. So it says their name. We have a parcel on the truck. It's got a phone number to call for redelivery. I write their name and their address. So this is called a sorry I missed you. So we call it a SIMY. So we're like, okay. So we went to 30 doors today. We talked to 10 people. We left 12 SIMYs. Now, when they get home and they see this on their door, they're going to go, oh, there's a parcel. It's on the truck. Here's a delivery code. I'm going to call. and see. So when they call, we say, hey, we see you have a problem with your property. And I'd like to email you a 30-page document that gives you all the options that you have to buy time to stay in your home. That's what we do. We specialize in helping folks just like you buy time to stay in their home. But I just want to try to help you out. And they're like, oh, okay, that's great. Send it over. So then we email it over. Now, also, when we leave a SIMY on our foreclosure paper, we write down that we left a SIMY there. So all the ones that get a sorry I missed you, then we go white page those people so I can call them up and find their phone number through white pages. And we also look them up on Facebook. So I actually take this little binder. It's called the Angels package. The girls might call ourselves the Angels. And so I have this with me, and it's all a little organized binder. And I have in the first part of the binder here, I have Felicia made these. I have my just do it forms. This little package has all my sorry I missed yous. This is all my authorizations to release. These are all my homeowners agreements in case someone go to contract. These are my purchase agreements. I don't have one in there right now, so I just used my last one. This is a power of attorney in case I need a power of attorney. And then in the back, I just have a bunch of flyers. And if we're any place where we can leave a flyer, we always leave flyers. And in the back of my binder, I got my house's cash. We put these things everywhere. They're in libraries, they're on poles, they're at parking places, they're in all the Whole Foods, the natural grocers. So I just have all this stuff. Each of us have our own little binder. Felicia made the binders. Of course, mine's purple, and everything is in it. So I instead of carrying like a little briefcase of stuff, I got my binder. I got all my things. Everything's all labeled and tagged out, and I have all my stuff with me. Now, when the homeowner says, "Yep, I would like to work with you," so this is the contract that we use. It's a real estate purchase agreement for properties in foreclosure. So in Colorado, you have to have a special contract if they're in foreclosure. If they're not in foreclosure, we use the regular Colorado real estate. Well, this is basically the Colorado real estate agent contract for people that's in foreclosure versus not in foreclosure. But this is the thing. This is the homeowners agreement. This paper right here, this is the homeowners agreement. We don't do any deals if they don't sign the homeowners agreement. So I have them sign when we go to contract. They sign a contract that's a real estate for purchase. They have a 3-day right of rescission, but they never cancel, luckily, knock on wood. And we have the homeowners agreement. Now, the reason I use the homeowners agreement is because this is an agreement that explains what it is that we have just agreed to. And I make them get this notarized and everything, because when you are working with a homeowner foreclosure and you tell them, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to pay this, we're going to pay that, sometimes they don't always remember exactly what you said, or, people hear what they want to hear. If I said to you, hey, you might make 10 to 20,000, you hear 20. That's just how we are. So this is an affidavit of the agreement. It's not an addendum. It's an agreement to agree. Agreement to agree. And it has the date, the property, the address, my information, all my addresses. The nature of this agreement is for distribution of all the funds, including deducted expenses for the above referenced property. And the duration of the agreement, until the closing, the application. And then sometimes here, a homeowner will say, I will take $10,000 now and sign the power of attorney and just walk away and give you my house, which is why I have power of attorneys with me in my binder all the time, because they might just want to take 5,000 cash and just move out, and then I could take it over, sell it, finish the foreclosure, just whatever. So I have that in there. But the most important things are that I and or assigns will be responsible for all the research, the legal forms, the payoff, whatever. And the homeowners and I sign this authorization to release. It's to negotiate so I can talk to the bank and all the things. So I have a list of what the expenses could be, payoffs, title insurance, closing costs, lender fees, lien judgments, costs for realtor, code violations, HOA, court-ordered payments, and things like that. And then this tells how we're going to split the profit. So if it's a really high equity deal, we may be splitting the profit 50-50. I may just be offering them a flat amount, like I'll give you 300 and I'm going to sell to somebody else for 350. And out of that 300, maybe they're making 50 or 60 or 100 on their own. But if we're going to split the profit, it's going on here. If we're going to split it, says if all the expenses are paid, if a short sale is worked out with the mortgage company, then, that's all covered. Then it says that if I do a short sale and they can't receive proceeds, but I'm going to buy something from them using a bill of sale. So that way, if I just say, oh yeah, I can't give you any money because it's a short sale, but I promise I'll give you money anyway, they have no way to have that in writing. So this is for them too. So it's like, hey, if we do a short sale, it says in the paperwork that you cannot receive any proceeds. So I'm going to buy something from you using a bill of sale so that you'll get money. And they go, okay, they sign that too. And then if I need them to waive any fees or waive any equity or whatever, but basically this says they're going to get their cash on or before this day, and they're going to vacate the property on or before this day, and they have to pay a $200 a day, $250 a day fine, and they don't vacate. So like I have someone right now that's going to need about 2 weeks to move out. So they'll get half of their money. Then the other half will stay in escrow at the title company. And if they don't move in those 14 days, they'll get billed $250 a day for each day after that they stay. So nobody wants to pay a $250 a day fine. They all move. But sometimes they can't move on the day of the closing, but they don't have any money at all. And if I'm selling it to a rehab or a landlord, I say, hey, listen, you need to give them 48 hours, 72 hours, whatever. Their money's going to be held in escrow and you're going to get paid. You are going to get paid if they don't vacate. And then this is really important. Number 11, it says that the buyers and the sellers agree that according to the condition of the property, what's happening in the market, the seller situation, the foreclosure, the property is worth this to this. So I may have a homeowner that has a $400,000 house, but I need to buy it from them for $250. Say it's worth $450, I'm going to buy it for $250. I'm going to put on here that it might be worth between 200 and 300 or 200 and 275 because the condition, what's going on in the market, the foreclosure, the seller situation, the property is worth between this and this. So people understand it's like if your house is going to sell in a week and it's a $400,000 house, doesn't matter what you owe. If it's going to sell in a week, there's no equity. So it's worth less the closer it is to the foreclosure sale date and the condition and things like that. Because what I don't ever want to happen is a homeowner to go, well, they bought my house for $250,000 from me, and I could have sold it retail for $400. Well, no, because they were 3 days away from the sale. They could not actually have done that. So I want to make sure we all agree. The sellers understand and accept that they have to sell the property below market value to avoid the foreclosure proceeding. The sale is strictly at the discretion of me, the sale price, strictly at the discretion of Dwan. So in section 11, they're agreeing it's worth this to this, which is going to be below market because usually they need work, as we all know. And the sale date's right around the corner. And they understand that they are accepting to sell the property below market value. So if you're listening, you need to watch me over on YouTube or Dwanderful, so you can see this contract. Below market value, and the price is strictly the discretion of me, just me. So I agree, like, okay, I'm going to give you $25,000 and whatever I need to sell it for to make money for myself. Ideally, I don't like to do deals for less than 30. I try to make 50, but I don't like to go less than 30. And they agree. And it says the sellers, 13, are currently in default of their loan. They're unable to make up their back payments or continue making further payments. They've attempted several other avenues of action to remedy their financial situation, including, and here I could put listing, calling other investors, working with the bank, trying to get a loan mod worked out, trying this and this and this and this, all unsuccessful. So they're entering into the contract with me. I'm taking the house. I'm making sure everything is paid off. They say I agree that the buyer makes no promises about curing the back payments and just, stuff that covers me and covers them. English is my first language. I'm not under the influence of alcohol or drugs or anything at the time of this signing. And I make them go and get this notarized. So I leave them with this agreement. They sign and initial every little spot. And I say, you get this notarized and bring it back to me. Now, I don't have a notary come to the house. I don't drive them to a notary because that could be seen as coercion. But they're at my house and they pressured me and I didn't know what to do. And they drove me to the bank and I didn't want to. So I'm not going to ever let anybody ever use any of that coercion bullshit on me. Here it is. When you get this notarized and call me back, then you and I are in business together. So I have to use the, where'd my real estate contract go? I have to use my real estate contract because this is a contract required by the state of Colorado. And again, you heard me tell you guys this a lot over the last 5 years. You have to use the contract for your state because don't let anybody tell you, oh, I've got a contract that's the one contract fits all. They don't. All the states changed a lot of the laws going back since 2008. And Colorado added a 3-day right of rescission, which I personally hate. But everyone stays in the deal. I have not had anybody come back and say, no, I changed my mind. So I feel pretty good about that. So I do have to use this contract, and this is what's going to go to the title company. And then this homeowner's agreement is between me and the homeowner because they're in foreclosure. They are in a distressed situation. I do have to sell it below market. Here's all the reasons why. They've tried this, they've tried that, they've tried everything. We're going to value the house at less because of the situation the house is in. And then if they ever come back 5 years later and go, well, the house hasn't gone up in my area. I could have got more from a house. It's like, you were 2 weeks from the sale date. You exhausted every option that you have and you were losing your house to foreclosure. I've only had one homeowner, one that called, and it was Bill. They called like 3 years. They had an attorney call about 3 years later and said, oh, my client feels like you took advantage. You only gave them $7,500. But this person's sale date was in 48 hours. And they feel like they could have got more because, they start talking to family and people. They feel like they could have got more, blah, blah, blah. And Bill says, well, did they send you a copy of the homeowner agreement? And the attorney said, no. So Bill sent this over, faxed it over to the guy, all signed, all notarized. The guy read the whole thing. He calls us back and he goes, well, my question to you is, why'd you give them any money? They didn't have any money. They were losing their house in like 3 or 4 days. Why did you give them anything? He goes, well, because we always want to make sure the homeowners get some money. So the attorney's like, could I use this? Because I do deals and I work with people. I'd like to start using this. We said, well, you can use it and you can have it for free. Do not lawyer this all up and change the terms. It's written in super layman's terms, but it's legally binding. It's easy for homeowners to understand. Don't go lawyer it all up and make it complicated. And he started laughing. He's like, oh, well, I'll use it just like it is. But he didn't. So we actually won't close a deal with anybody if they won't do the homeowner agreement. So I have the Fed Up package. Part of the Fed Up package, I've done a couple webinars on it. I believe it's on my website. You could also DM me. This Fed Up package has the package, it has the homeowners agreement. It's a big giant binder that has all the orders of operations, explains how everything works, has all the papers and documents, has 3 1-hour training CDs, and it even has a link you can give to a homeowner that says, hey, listen to this. And it's Bill going through and explaining line by line, and then it says, go back and deal with the person that gave you this. They're a partner of mine. And so it really, we literally help you all the way through every single thing, all the single time. So if you're not working with me right now, you'd be crazy. You need to be working with me. But the homeowners agreement, and I've never had anyone be like, well, I don't want to sign that. And if they don't want to, then I would say, all right, that's good. Then you need to figure something else out, because I have to make sure that you understand first that you're in foreclosure. And you also have to understand that I have to sell the house below market because of what's happening. And I'm also a real estate investor and I can't pay retail. I'm going to sell it to someone else. And there has to be money in there for me and money in there for them and money in there for you. So everybody's got to win or we can't be part of the deal. So I've got a guy I just spoke to yesterday. Actually, he and I are going to be doing this agreement later today. So when we're at the door, we've got their list and say, hey, you have a pending problem. Which of these options are you using? We give them the fed up. If they're not home, we leave a sorry I missed you. And everyone that gets a sorry I missed you, we find them in the white pages or on Facebook and we reach out to them that way. So we're literally reaching out to everybody. And everywhere I go, I got my little binder in my car. And it's all tabbed down easy and it's always full of everything. And I have bandit signs and I have fed up packages and I've got bumper stickers and flyers. I just have everything with me because you never know. I walk in, I went to a library the other day and they had a whole place to leave out flyers. So I went to the car and got some of my bright yellow flyers and put out a stack of flyers. And again, at the dollar stores, the natural grocers, the whole food, like all the places, they all have bulletin boards. The grocery store, they all have bulletin boards. Get your flyers out there. Now, when I was out the other day, I found some little newspaper stands. So this one is the Seniors BlueBook. So I picked one up, and it's just full of all kinds of things and seniors. And it's got ads all over the place, all kinds of ads. And it says Seniors BlueBook, resources for aging well for the Denver area. So it says seniorsbluebook.com, then local Denver. So I think y'all maybe check this out. I haven't done it yet, but like here's an ad. Every page, look at all these ads. There are so many people that are in, seniors. I'm 64. And I started getting my social security check. So I'm officially a senior. But there are many, many people that are, 55 and older that are moving and want to get rid of their houses. So I don't know what they cost, but these go they go out for, it looks like a year. I don't know. Looks like it's a year. But it's got just ads. So I'm going to call this week and find out. And I'm going to put an ad in there. And I'm going to put an ad that says something like, hey, looking to downsize. If you had a death in the family, you have a property you don't know what to do with. We offer solutions for your property problems. Call me for a free and confidential phone consultation. And I'm going to have an ad in this resource book for the seniors. Now, I also picked up this. Is called Adults 50 Plus. It's the 50 Plus Marketplace. So I saw this on a little newspaper stand and I was like, okay, 50 Plus. It's also for Denver. And it's got all kinds of ads in here. Ads. So I thought, oh, okay, well, this is all 50 plus and people pick it up at the libraries. But like this whole page, look at all these ads. So I'm going to put some ads in here that say the same kind of thing. There's ads in here for hold on, universal lending, active minds, 50 plus marketplace, help for low income, universal lending corporation. Yeah, that girl's some kind of a lender. And let's see what else is in here. I haven't had a chance to look at it just yet. Oh, look, here's a whole trading section. See that? So the trading section has support groups, services, for sale, help wanted, looking for families, all kinds of stuff. So it's got a recreation center telling you things that are happening. It's got a crossword puzzle. And I know a lot of you are younger and you're like, no one uses a newspaper. Well, clearly the 50 plus people do, because this thing, now that I'm aware and I've seen it, it's in all these little stands at like every library in Denver. I picked up this one. It's called Primetime News. And this one is surveying Colorado's aging adult community since 1986. So again, ads, look what's right here. We buy houses. It's got the we buy ugly houses thing. Turn your house into cash. Right there. It's got home investors right there on the front page. So if you look through this, ads. This one is confused about your Medicare plan. Call them up. This one is we'll declutter your house. This is someone here that says we will declutter your house. We understand the shifting market. What's a real estate agent? Okay, Denver senior seminars. They want to sell your house. Let's see here. Meal delivery. They have an ad. Vein self-care. They have an ad. Doctor's office. The view just got better. It's a village, a Denver Metro Village, independent senior living. Come there. I mean, there's all kinds of ads in here. I haven't had a chance to really go through it, so I'm going through it with you live. Here's a guy that does reverse mortgages. He's got a big old ad and a picture of a sweet little old mama, grandma reading the Bible that says, I was thinking I would have to sell my home, but I got a reverse mortgage to pay off my home loan and medical bills. I no longer think about moving. I can stay in my home and I have no financial worries. I have peace of mind, problem solved. And there's a guy girl that does reverse mortgages. So all these folks are advertising. Here's how to make your home more safe. All kinds of ads. And then there's all kinds of articles about stuff. Here's a Mardi Gras celebration. The Queen City Jazz Band at the River Point Senior Community Center. So maybe Senior Community Center might be a good place to go too. And then look, all kinds of classified type ads. So I will also, there's a handyman special, transferring videotapes to DVDs, another handyman, a job opportunity, modern piano lessons, real estate agent there. So crossword puzzles. So I will also be in this one, Primetime News, because again, I tell you guys all the time, you need to reach out for people, but it's also really nice to just be where they are. So at the library, I guess a lot of them do go to the library. I did a video the other day. The library has a beautiful area set up with computers and printers and classes, and all kinds of people are in there, seniors that are using the library computer systems. But on the front page, a big old ad from the home investors. If you're a home investor person, you have to spend a shit ton of money every month advertising. And then I grabbed this one, support Southwest Vita, the Southwest Vita magazine. Another little magazine for the Denver area. And it is full of ads. Look at all these ads. It's just full of ads. So I'm going to be busy this next week getting myself in all these magazines. I picked up this one, OFM, Out Front Magazine, Gay Brohood. Thinking it's a gay magazine, and that's okay, because you know what? Old people are gay too. And it has serving the LGBT community of the Rocky Mountains since 1976. Well, I love the LGBTs, Q plus IA. Try to know it all. And it's got Love is Love Hair Salon, ads for the Disney Pride concert. Oh, it's the Gayborhood. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Instead of welcome to the neighborhood, it's welcome to the Gayborhood. Sorry, I had to see it on the white. So over here on all the color, my eyes couldn't read it. Welcome to the Gayborhood. Love it. It's got ads. So you know what? Straight people, gay people, all trans people, everybody's losing houses too. There's a place that's hiring. It's a park. Here's events, some drag shows, but ads everywhere. So I grabbed this one the other day as well. Colorado Voices. So two of my very best friends on the face of the earth are gay. And it's got exhibits and shows and things that are coming up. So I found all of this just like 2 days ago at Senior Book. So that's 1, the Gayborhood 2, the 50 Plus Marketplace 3, the Southwest Vita 4, the 50 Plus Primetime News 5, and the 50 Plus Marketplace 6. I found 6 places I can be running ads that I did not know existed until 2 days ago, because I was out and I was in the neighborhood and I saw some of the little magazine stands, and I went into the library and I go into sometimes the gas stations like to pee and get a drink, and they have all these little magazine stands, and normally I had always been really good about that, but for some reason lately I've just kind of overlooked them and moved on to whatever the next thing was. But now that we have been heavy on using the white pages, and really our follow-up is strong, man. I mean, I'm telling you what, on a 1 to 10, our follow-up is a 10. And by using all these different avenues and reaching people on Facebook and having bandit signs out there and your car signs, and if you want to mail postcards and all the different things on the deal finding, that's all stuff I teach in all my programs. If you don't have my how to make 30,000 in 30 days wholesale program, I'm telling you, you're missing out. I have all this stuff available to you to help you guys be successful. And every single thing, I've done it. And the fed up, like, you need this fed up. You need this. Sorry, I missed you. 80% of the people that get one of these call you back. So there's so many things, like just this right here. And everybody, like, look at all this. This is just a day. And what everybody wants to do is buy some stupid program that has you making 1,000 offers a month all over the country to try to get a deal. Get your ass in your own backyard. There's stuff everywhere. So just have a nice little package with you. I like having my binder. Now I could do all this on my laptop, but you know what? If I need to sign a contract on the spot, I need all my stuff. Now this is my other little thing I do. This is called a just do it. So just to make it fast, every time we hit a door, we circle it. If we talk to someone, we do that. If we leave a sorry, I missed you, we fill out the back page. But just really quick, so I'm in the car, I just go tick, 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 so I can keep track of how many people. These are what the foreclosure lists look like up here in the mountains. They're all spread out. It's got their name, their address, what they owe, their sale date. These are all up here. These are all people. There's 3 pages up here of people up here in my neighborhood. And Ada likes the color coordinate stuff. But I like it too because I see things like that. So, and then in my little binder, I have all my things like banks I'm talking to, just anything. I have all my little paper. They just keep everything. Like, this is a bank I'm working with, and I just keep everything. And just keep it in my little handy binder. I don't want to carry a briefcase around and stuff anymore. And I don't want to put all this stuff, just do it on my laptop as I go. This is way too much, way too time. Just mark and run, mark and run, mark and run, mark and run. Keep all your stuff organized and just put your stuff together in a nice little package. The angels. And people love it. Oh, you guys are my angels. I've been so stressed out, and I'm so happy you came. You are my angels. So put yourself out there. Let people know who you are. Get yourself in front of people. Stop using all the dumb excuses and stop trying to do every single solitary thing. Let me tell you something. All the people I've worked with in the last year, some didn't speak English, some were older. Most of the people didn't even have their internet on. They were just doing stuff on their phone. People that had to print or do anything had to go to the library to print out the papers and documents I was sending them. So just don't think everyone's online, everyone's looking at your ad. Get yourself out in front of people. Okay. Now I want to take a minute. I didn't actually time what time we started here, so we just rolling. I do want to take a second. I want to read a couple 5-star reviews. This one says, real and very personable. Your podcast is such a helpful tool in running my business. I love listening to the guests that you bring on and hearing their insights into today's digital, creative, and entrepreneurial landscape. Oh, shoot. That one's the very end. I don't have the next page to it, so I don't know who it is. But thank you for that awesome review. Another 5-star. Absolutely love her content. Each and every morning and afternoon, I listen to Dwan's podcast to keep my mind always learning from you and other real women. I always learn something and I take notes. Thank you, Dwan. That's from Dawn Castro from the United States. Oh, thanks. So much encouragement. 5 stars. She gives more than inspiration and actions to take. She's addicting, inspiring, motivating, and educational on more levels. Thank you. 100% recommend for anyone who's becoming a real estate investor. Susan Shepard from the United States, and I'll just read that last one on this page. 5 stars, really appreciated. Dwan has great insight and interviews that have so much value for today's growing real estate market. Marion Evan from the United States. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got thousands of them. If you would like to have a chance to have your 5-star review read, you got to leave one. Now, again, I can't keep doing this and do this and be number one without you. So I need you to subscribe. Let's do me a favor. Subscribe, share, leave a 5-star review, and maybe I'll get a chance to read your 5-star review. Okay. Now, listening to my podcast will cause you to make money. Opting in at Dwanderful.com will get you the top 7 real estate investing strategies for today's new market. My other ebook, Flip Your Way to a Fortune. You need to get on my webinars. You need to invest in some of my programs. You need to be studying, following, listening. And you need to also become a subscriber at YouTube, because when I get 1,000 subscribers, I can start doing live videos. And I would really like to start doing those. But I need you to be able to do that. Okay. So again, it's a team effort. I'm here for you. I know you guys are here for me. So let's get this baby up to number 1. I want to be number 1. It's 2023. This is my year to be number 1. All right. I need you to do that. So we'll be back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. And remember that the truth is in the red letters. Ciao.